Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody here to the Sports Talk Network, specifically here for Steve's Wrestling Ramble here on this Thursday. Going over WWE Hell in the Cell 2017 edition, talking about Raw, SmackDown, and a plethora of news items that I do plan to speak on. Beyond that, hopefully my team members are able to join me here shortly, along with some great guests. Jay of Talking WWE with Jay may be able to join us along with Heel Chrome of Lazy Booking Podcast. Goes over there. And welcome to check out Talking WWJ on Twitter at Talking WWE, just the letter J, and the YouTube channel itself, spelling the JAY. Check out the episodes. We'll be back on Talking WWJ on Tuesday with Raw review with Stephen A. and Jay himself. And moving forward from there, Lazy Booking Podcast on a hiatus currently, but we'll be coming back either this week or next week, I believe he said, at least for an episode, and be able to continue there. But welcome to follow them on Twitter or the show, Lazy Booking Podcast on Twitter at Lazy Booking PC, and specifically Chrome on Twitter at Heel Chrome, simply there for sure. So hopefully Jay and Chrome are able to join. I did hear from Mounty's Corner; he's unable to, but welcome to check out his channel as well. He's great stuff. He should be on that right hand side of this channel, Mounty's Corner, and on Twitter at Mounty's Corner as well. You can find him there. So I'm going to wait a little bit to see if my team members are there and if more people join in the live chat. Make more interesting for you guys is having the interaction between fan and host here, and the fans of the show and the show itself. Interaction be part of it. But like I said, I'm just going to wait a little bit here and see if any of the team are able to be here. Broken Empire, thanks for stopping by. I just got 2K18 in the mail. That's pretty cool. I need to get the new gaming systems, PS3, PS4, and then get the games. I still need to get SmackDown versus Raw, the last one, 2011, I believe, and then WWE 12, 13, all the way now to 2K18. So I'm kind of behind there, just as much as I'm behind in Madden. It's Madden and WWE I try to keep up on. And I'm kind of been behind the 8 ball with being busy, in the service and otherwise in the past, and now money and doing other things. But as I can hear, someone has joined me. Let's see who that is. Oh, Kyron. Kyron, how you doing this evening?
What's up, Steve? I'm doing great.
Sounds like it. Yeah, Hell in the Cell. I know, or I'm sure you did your own review on your channel. I know you were there for my review, but since you are here, any extra stuff that you might want to talk about that has to do with Hell in the Cell that with days being passed, be able to even want to say.
Really, there's not much I want to say about the show. I love the opening match between the Usos and the New Day. I thought that was an amazing match. But most of the rest of the card, I just felt a little flat. Now I'm actually going to be a lot more calmer than I was when I was on your review Sunday night, because I thought about it. I thought I was a little bit too angry. So I rewatched. So I think I re-looked over the show. I didn't rewatch it, but I looked over it again, and then it wasn't terrible as bad as I thought. It was a good pay-per-view. I loved the first Hell in a Cell match. I liked Kevin and Shane, but like I said, I just wish you could have used some more physicality. And the two spots with itself, Kevin falling off and Shane, good. But like I said, they had just been done not too long ago, so they didn't feel special. And Sammy pulled Kevin off the table. That was different. I hated the WWE title match, as you can see from my video I put on Twitter. I didn't like Roode and Ziggler either. I thought that match was kind of was disappointing. And the triple threat match I enjoyed, especially the second half. The first half of the triple threat was just okay, but I feel like the second half really picked up. The match was when it was just AJ versus Dillinger, no disrespect to Baron Corbin. Natalya and Charlotte should have been better, but Natalya causing just getting intentionally DQ because this keep the fuse going. But I wish the match would have been a little bit better, and Charlotte had some chances to fight back. But overall, it wasn't a terrible pay-per-view. I didn't think it was a great pay-per-view either.
Yeah, I agree there. Here I see in the live chat, Broken Empire talking about Neville. Neville's 100% ending up leaving. Oh man, and I was asking if Neville has quit. For this, I heard that he well, it's completely reports. One says that he did leave Raw. One
What'd you
says
say?
that for Neville, in regards to Neville, that he wasn't even at Raw. One said he left during the show because of what was supposed to happen for the main event for him losing against Enzo in a lumberjack match, and what that was supposed to be the original plan, I guess, from what I've been reading. But everything about Neville. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Neville's done? Darren? Oh, it's a little bit like siren there.
Did you're going really in and out, Steve? Were you bringing up Neville?
Yeah, I was bringing up Neville. What are
Honestly,
your thoughts on him?
until I have a complete confirmation that he's leaving, I'm not gonna say he's leaving. Though I do kind of wish WWE, especially after that heel turn, he was done with the cruiserweight division, done more with him because turning heel, it really brought the best out of Neville. He was cutting great promos, having good matches. Now I know it's just a rumor. No one, he hasn't confirmed. The WWE hasn't confirmed that he's leaving. But if he is, this would be just like Austin Aries. They left in the cruiserweight division anymore. And they felt and WWE just weren't using them to their full potential. Uh, what do I think about it? I don't really have any thoughts. Like I said, I just want more information to come if I can give a full lasting opinion.
Right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I think that where there's smoke, there's fire. I think he is going to be, or I think he is out. I don't think he'd be coming back. Then again, said the same thing with Paige, and it looks like she's set to be back here shortly. So, what do I know? But it seems like here with Neville and his situation, I don't think he'll be coming back to the company no matter what. No matter what the WWE tries to do, whatever they try to say to try to get him back. Otherwise, I think he's already made his decision, right? Irrationally, however, that he'll be doing other things and moving on, working in the indies and doing his thing there. Because I'm sure he'll be just fine. But unfortunately, for WWE and WWE fans that enjoyed him on the Cruiserweight division and 205 Live and the champion, the King of the Cruiserweights, and being really the stable and the cornerstone of that division, just as technically him and Austin Aries, that feud was. They're both carrying the division, and then Austin left, and now Austin Aries left, and now it seems like Neville is leaving in a similar manner. So it's kind of interesting that I think, what's in the water there, 205 Live and Cruiserweight division, that these superstars are leaving. Is it just the fact that they're placed in the said division, or something even more so underneath? But either way, I agree with Karen in the sense of wait until we find everything out, and then we'll be able to give you a better and stronger opinion, especially if it goes one way than the other. But it certainly will be interesting nonetheless to see how things go moving forward. But let's move forward here with Monday Night Raw. Always asking Kyron your pluses, minuses, and everything in between that has to do with Raw that you maybe enjoyed, didn't enjoy, and otherwise.
I'm sorry, Steve. I had to go in and out because you were. I think something was up my connection. Can you repeat what you said?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I meant to talk about Monday Night Raw. Your thoughts on the show, positive, negative?
Okay. I enjoyed the Shield reunion as everyone else did, but like I tweeted about, I feel it's kind of cheap because they're just using this to sell a pay-per-view. One, just to get Roman Reigns over. Now, not big for the triple power bomb and the fist bump, but and I'm not trying to fall for it. Even though it's pretty cool to see a Shield together again, it doesn't change the fact that I still feel it's just to get Roman Reigns over at the end of the day. Other than that, there wasn't a lot from Raw that I truly enjoyed. I actually fell asleep on a cruiserweight championship match. So I can't give you an opinion on that. What else? Oh yeah, the Mickey James and Alexa Bliss segment was good again. The build-up for that match has been really good. And even though I know Mickey's not going to win Women's Championship one more time, but Raw overall was just okay. I didn't really follow it a lot. I fell asleep on it a couple times. It wasn't the best Raw I've seen, but it had a few good moments. I didn't like the Bray Wyatt stuff. That was even more stupid than it should have been. Other than that, Raw was it was a mad episode of Raw.
And I find out about Bray Wyatt that technically he wasn't there, neither was Bo Dallas obviously wasn't with the Miz, another Miz Trash member, there for the opening part of the show. Something must be going on with the Rotunda family. Both of them not on Raw at all, backstage or otherwise, for the show, obviously. Here in the live chat, Broken Empire, not stating Raw was pretty good. Was a pretty good show. The Shield reunion was pretty cool. So, giving his thoughts there. Obviously, I enjoyed the Shield when marked out. One thing I wish they would have done, and maybe they're saving this for the pay-per-view, Kyron, but I kind of was hoping that, or even right here, right now, or then on Raw, that they already had, Sierra Hotel, thing, and have the regular Shield music back then, or back right there, right away. Then having each individual coming out, Dean Ambrose's theme and Rollins, and as much as I like them and those musics and stuff like that, if you're having them to reform, so might as well make it kind of like how you had Evolution technically reform on a dime on that Monday Night Raw, and when they came out together, they came out with Evolution music. Not with the fanfare that I thought they were going to get that night, but still they came out that way. So with the Shield, even though they've done a little bit differently, I still say, or would have liked, again, me nitpicking here, would wanted that. But if they're going to hold it to the pay-per-view, hold it until they have their match next Sunday against The Miz, The Bar, and Braun Strowman, and it's the match on Raw. Excuse me, added to that match, making it 4-on-3, then that's fine. Then I'll mark out then just as much as everybody will, hearing the Shield music. And if they don't then I'm wondering, when the heck are they going to? I mean, they're back. Yeah, I know they're not back forever, but they're back now, and it seems like they're going to be back for 3 months since they got new merch shirts already, wearing it the same night. They reformed in the beginning of the show, and a couple of segments later, they're already backstage with their new gear, or not new gear, but new merch shirts. So that's pretty cool. And Broken Empire commenting on that. The new Shield T-shirts are sweet, and they are pretty dang sweet. It kind of makes me want to get them. I was unable to get one back when they started, back when they original Shield 3 team there. But no, I enjoyed Monday Night Raw for the most part. Just wanted to bring up the thing with Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas and their family. I haven't heard anything. What's going on? If anything's like anything with a family issue or someone's sick, someone in the hospital. I had nothing. Looked on reputable sites, looked on dirt sheets, looked at anything and anywhere I could find. I just even generally Google searched it and didn't find anything. At least I didn't on Twitter or otherwise on the internet having to do with that specifically. So it's unknown the reasoning specifically for those two brothers not being there for the show. It could be, if it was individual things, then one would have been and the other not. It seems like a family thing, so I'm sure we'll be abreast to that. And when we do find out more, we'll let people know on Twitter, and otherwise next week on the show for sure. But with Monday Night Raw, I thought it was pretty good. As I said in my review, enjoyed the Shield. I know my Insta poll showing more in sort of good than great, at least last time I checked. For that poll, I think it was 65% good. So definitely it was a interesting show. You have the Cruiserweight division, again, main eventing, Enzo Amore losing the title and Kalisto winning. I was happy with that. Lucha things, and getting that done. And Kalisto being the new Cruiserweight champion is pretty cool. I know I've said in the past I kind of wished Dragons won the tag team titles back in the day, but since that's not a thing anymore, and him on his own, good having him the Cruiserweight champion. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes moving forward. So in all, I would say Raw was pretty dang good, and the biggest thing, of course, being the Shield and them being back. I guess moving right along, getting here to SmackDown Live, and as I said about Monday Night Raw for SmackDown Live, Kyron, I guess for you, good, bad, and ugly. Any other things that you want to discuss? Part that you thought were interesting from the 2-hour show that was SmackDown Live.
Love the Sami Zayn. I felt that it was Sammy's best promo he's ever cut. Kevin and Sami did a very good job. You can tell they have incredible chemistry. I mean, they've been wrestling together almost their entire careers. The opening segment with the tag team division was really good, with the Usos and New Day calling a truce. And as great as that feud was, I couldn't have asked for it to end any better way. Neither team looked bad in the final match. They both looked good. The feud ended at the perfect time. The match between AJ Styles and Baron Corbin was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, which actually had me thinking during the match on Sunday. so AJ didn't have to eat the pin. But then he just had AJ eat the pin anyway on SmackDown. So I guess Baron Corbin's not in a doghouse anymore, considering the fact that he gets pinned AJ Styles clean as a whistle. Anything else from SmackDown? Nothing else from SmackDown I really truly enjoyed. Other than everything I just said, I like Zayn Owens. I like opening. I like the ending. But other than that, didn't really care for SmackDown that much either.
Were you surprised? I assume not, but I just want to ask you: were you surprised with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable getting the win in that Fatal 4-Way to be the new number 1 contenders for the SmackDown Tag Team titles?
Honestly, no, I was not. I mean, I would have been cool to see, Breezango win because those guys are just entertaining. But I knew it was gonna probably be Benjamin and Gable and Benjamin that was gonna probably win that match. And I'm looking forward to the Gable and Benjamin versus the Usos. Though those are gonna be some pretty good matches. But it's like I said, when did I say it? On Sunday, I believe. Other than getting a paycheck, WWE has really going back to WWE has not benefited Shelton Benjamin in the slightest yet. But as usual, let's just see how this plays out. I think like I said, Usos versus Benjamin and Gable is gonna be a pretty good match.
And also to ask about being surprised, were you surprised that we did not see on SmackDown Live the WWE Champion, Jinder Mahal?
Honestly, I couldn't care less because I don't really care for Jinder Mahal to begin with. Yeah, I'm surprised that we didn't see him, but I'm kind of glad we didn't see him. I thought the show benefited from not being there. No disrespect intended, but you know how I just feel about Jinder Mahal at this point. I don't care about him. I was kind of glad he wasn't there. A lot of people were saying the same thing. It felt better because he wasn't there. But at the same time, it felt a little off not having the WWE champion on SmackDown, especially right after a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's exactly. Back here to the live chat, Broken Empire. Raw can't afford to have their tag team division slacking like this while SmackDown is lit. I guess. I mean, SmackDown doing pretty well, especially with how great their tag team match was at Hell in a Cell and being probably match of the night for most of the WWE universe. The Raw tag team division, I don't know if they're terrible. I mean, SmackDown, we did get a re-debut with Luke Harper, Eric Rowan. There with a new name, I guess. But either way, I guess having them in, since we're probably going to get the dissolving of the Hype Bros sometime soon, sooner rather than later, right? And probably having Zack Ryder going heels. I keep saying him should be the one to turn and go, then go there. But either way, SmackDown Live, pretty good show. Again, I was surprised they didn't have the WWE champion. But now moving into news, one thing specifically having to do with Jinder Mahal, it's been reported Jinder Mahal is said to be dealing with a nagging shoulder injury at the moment, and that being the reason why he at least wasn't on TV. But I do add that he was in a actual title match, a triple threat title match, defending his title and successfully, of course, in an arc match after the show against Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. So he was good enough, I guess, at least to defend his title for the crowd there in a dark match after the show. It went off air, but not good enough to even do any backstage segment or anything during the show. I don't know. That was kind of weird to me. What are your thoughts on that? And or overall?
Honestly, I hope he's okay. Just because I don't like the man's character, I would never wish harm against a person. I hope he's okay. If he does have a shoulder injury, but you said that he defended the title of the house show against Roode and Ziggler in a triple threat. Here's a question: how much action did he have in that match? Because you can argue they put him in a triple threat just to, cover up that injury. So, all right, we want this match, but he can't work that much, so we're gonna make it a triple threat so we can keep him in the background. That's my thoughts. Once again, I hope he's okay though.
Yeah, again, like I said, it wasn't a house show. It was off air right after SmackDown Live aired. There between SmackDown Live and the start of 205 Live, I guess, where they had that match. So he technically was there in the building for the show for SmackDown Live for everything going on, but he wasn't on the actual show on WWE television. He was in a dark match after SmackDown Live went off the air before 205 Live went on the air. So I guess that'd be what that was. Either way, so I found that certainly interesting, to say the least, having to do with Jinder Mahal. And a couple other news items I did want to bring up, even though I didn't think others would be able to join me tonight. In an interview with the King, James Ellsworth revealed Carmella personally pitched to Vince McMahon for the two of them to team up after he was finished working with Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. That's certainly interesting to hear it that way, especially, at least from the numbers point of view. What are your, if any, thoughts on that news tidbit item?
I admit, I think Carmelo may have saved Ellsworth's career with that one, because what else was he gonna do after Dean and AJ? I was asking that question when the stuff ended, and obviously it's worked out for Ellsworth. I might not like him that much. I do think that he's been at his best, been at his best with Carmella. Now a lot of people might not like the dog leash stuff. I made a BDSM joke when it first happened, but with that, it's cool. That's pretty cool, Carmella, that would look out for Ellsworth that way, because their pairing has done good. And while I'm not as big a fan of Carmella as you are, I am eagerly looking forward to her winning the SmackDown Women's Championship when she cashes the Money in the Bank.
There you go. That's the right thing to say. She will successfully cash in and win the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. There we go. I am also looking forward to that, whether that happens next week on SmackDown Live or at WrestleMania. Either way, whenever that to be, because I think it will be either at WrestleMania or some point before WrestleMania show. That's kind of, well, not really a bold prediction, but it's a prediction nonetheless. That Carmella will be cashing in successfully her briefcase and to win the SmackDown Women's Championship. I certainly obviously look forward to it and we'll keep wondering when that is to be in every pay-per-view. Either I or someone will be bringing up in our chats on Twitter or otherwise. Will this be it? I don't know. In the pay-per-views, or the couple pay-per-views we have to WrestleMania moving forward with SmackDown Live and predictions and prediction episodes. Will this be when Carmella cashes in? Will this be when Carmella cashes in? When will it be? How should it go down? Will Ellsworth be involved? Will it actually be successful? You never know. Baron was unsuccessful. Doesn't mean Carmella's has to be. All the questions that happen at regard around that, which just makes it even more interesting and intriguing, at least to me. And with the unpredictability, at least to some in the WWE universe, of wondering, how is it going to go? Even though I assume and predicting that it will go successfully and she'll become the champion, obviously doesn't mean that's written in stone. That's going to be absolutely happening. It's just as a fan of her, it should be my girl, and I'm certainly going to be hoping for that to be the case. Just as Mark Ramble would hope to be the case if Raw had a Miss Money in the Bank and Sasha Banks won it, and wanting her to successfully cash it in. So I'm the same way here over in SmackDown Live with Carmella as to be the first, and technically two-time already, Miss Money in the Bank. Excuse me, as I scroll down here for a couple of other news items. According to the Observer, the Young Bucks were asked by 2K to provide motion capture for WWE 2K19. These are them being top downloaded wrestlers in WWE 2K17, and so they could animate and use their signature moves for WWE 2K19. The Young Bucks are able to come to do so. So that would be interesting. What are your thoughts on this? That the Young Bucks, why do you think they should do this? To make a game debut, WWE game debut. That doesn't mean they're going to automatically be debuting WWE in its own right, with the issues that they've been having with the cease and desist and other things going on, and on both ends, WWE and the Young Bucks, in my opinion. But with the Young Bucks, specifically with this news item, having to do with the video game and the next one, WWE 2K19.
Honestly, I couldn't see the Young Bucks signing with WWE anytime soon. I just don't think it, especially with the cease and desist thing. I just couldn't see it. The fact that I didn't even hear anything about this, but I don't really care that much because I don't play WWE games anymore that much. Mm-hmm. That's more Kyrie than me. And he doesn't really play them that much either. It doesn't really have an effect on me. If we see him in WWE, I don't really watch a lot of that match to begin with. So I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks. I'm not like I am. I don't know much about them.
Yeah, and to be quite honest for myself, I haven't really seen too many of their matches, but heard obviously good things about them. Also wanted to say shout out in the live chat, Stronger King Log. Thanks for stopping by, saying what's up to us and what's up to you. Hope everything's going well for yourself. Thank you for stopping by for however long you do. I'm moving forward here with news. Not too many other news items. As we've already been talking about the past page, can be coming back soon. She posted a picture with her and Kairi Sane at the WWE Performance Center there in Orlando, Florida. And moving on from there, Matt Hardy on Twitter saying, "I'd love to see Lashley return home to the WWE. He's great. The professional treatment I've received since returning has been incredible." And incredible in all capital letters there on Twitter on Matt Hardy. So Matt Hardy wanting Bobby Lashley to return to WWE, citing of how he's been treated since after leaving TNA or now Impact or whatever the heck they want to call themselves. Leaving there, coming to WWE and being welcomed with open arms, and him saying, the professional treatment he's been given since his return has been incredible and great and awesome. So he's, kind of extending that to Bobby Lashley, saying, "Hey, you should come here." This and that. What do you think? Would you like to see Bobby Lashley back in WWE anytime soon?
It would be pretty cool, especially because I've heard, he's improved in the ring and on the mic. But like I said, I don't watch TNA, and I don't have any plans of watching it anytime soon. So once again, I had to see that in WWE to really know how good he's gotten since he left, or how bad he's gotten. I'm rather at since he left WWE, because I don't watch TNA, don't have any plans on watching it. So it'd be cool to see Lashley. I mean, WWE could use some, a main event with, Lesnar going on sabbatical after every big match. So it'd probably be pretty good for him and the company. For a while, they've been doing the thing of someone might leave, go to another promotion, get better, or do something of significance, and there to be a sign back. They did with the Hardy, they did with Drew McIntyre, and I can honestly see them doing it with Bobby Lashley too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Bobby Lashley back for a short term or long term. However they want to use him, I think actually it would be pretty cool to see him, because I agree with you. I've been hearing good things. I haven't actually seen those good things. He has improvements over there in TNA and otherwise, but he was their champion, so I guess that's something. But anyways, moving on. According to the Observer, some backstage officials no longer find the Fashion Files funny, and that may be the reason Breezango took the pin loss in the Fatal 4-Way on SmackDown Live, and they're getting a push. Well, that one I take full as a rumor. I don't see that being a main reason for that to be the case. But what are your thoughts on that? Do you think reason taking the pin there in that match being because maybe their Fashion Files have gotten sour with some officials in WWE?
No, I don't think that's the reason they took the pin. I just think it was just random. If they want to continue the Hype Bros breakup, then one of them should have took the pin. I could really buy the fact that officials don't find the Fashion Files funny anymore. Probably Vince, Road Dogg, and the Beaver known as the Bucky Teeth Beaver known as Kevin Dunn. Because those three probably the ones that don't really care for the Fashion Files anymore. I personally, I didn't think that one the pay-per-view was the strongest. It was pretty entertaining. I really would hope they wouldn't get rid of Fashion Files, because it's finally helped Breeze and Fandango get over, which they should have, been invested in both of them.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest news items here was the WWE official being let go because him taking a picture with the Young Bucks when they did the whole invasion thing on Raw, or during a Raw. Did you hear about this? Any thoughts on this?
What'd you say?
WWE person taking a picture with the Young Bucks when they did that whole invasion thing during Raw, and WWE employee taking a picture with them and subsequently getting fired because he did so.
I can see WWE doing something like this. A part of me feels like I think that's it does that I don't really what's what I'm looking for. I'm not surprised that you take a picture of the young Buck and Cody over there. I'm putting quotation marks invading WWE. Then you're probably gonna get a pink slip for it. I wish the guy the best and hope he gets a good job in the future.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's kind of juvenile in that way for WWE to do that, in my opinion, for a simple picture. I mean, he didn't mean any harm by it. He's not, not like there was a long extended comment defaming WWE or something in that post with the picture on Instagram or any other social media. It was just a simple picture that he took with the Young Bucks and the other members of that faction. So I don't know. It's just weird, I guess, in that way to me. That to be an issue and being a reason why WWE would let him or anybody go because of that. I mean, that might mean, at least from us or from me, looking outside, looking in, there is a serious issue between the Young Bucks WWE beyond the cease and desist and other of these things, whether that's real or not, whether it's just fabricated to make it less likely for us to think that they'd show up, and then they randomly show up on a WWE show, and I'm like, oh my gosh, sort of thing. Like when AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble, but that was, I suppose, different set of circumstances, but just point being there. And if that would be the case, hopefully they would be able to hide the Young Bucks as much as they were successful in hiding AJ Styles before his debut in WWE at the Royal Rumble years ago. So hopefully that would be the case. And maybe if that's the case, have the Young Bucks debuting at the Royal Rumble, but not in the Royal Rumble match since they're a tag team. So instead of them coming out individually, have them come out during a tag team match or before or whatever, kind of like the Hardys being added to a match when they came back this past WrestleMania. They're in Orlando, Florida. So certainly would be interesting, to say the least. They did come to WWE. But either way, that's pretty much it for the news. We went over Raw SmackDown, the pay-per-view as well. Unfortunately, other team members, I think the fact that I'm starting at 7 o'clock is a reason of people being able to join. They are used to start at 8 o'clock. I start earlier now because with my co-hosts, Mark Ramble and Kyron Chase in school and others, same circumstances on my end, sooner, starting sooner so it can end sooner for them. So I'll actually be done here before 8 o'clock because I know Heel Chrome was going to be joining, and he really wanted to because he had a lot to say about Hell in a Cell and a little bit said about SmackDown Live or whatever else he wanted to bring up. So that's unfortunate. I won't be able to hear his thoughts maybe next week. Then again, review pay-per-view prediction for the next pay-per-view will be next week. So unfortunately, we'll have to move on from Hell in a Cell talk at that time. So I don't know. I'm checking one last time here in messages, seeing if he's reached out. But as of right now, I did not hear anything. I did let him know that we started. See here. But I do appreciate Kyron always being able to make it for a short time, a long time, the whole thing. But beyond that, I'm done. I'll stop rambling. Let Kyron promote himself. Now promote himself. Then we got to get out of here for the time being. So, Kyron, welcome to let people know where they can find you on Twitter, your YouTube channel, and everything of awesomeness that you do over there.
Follow me on Twitter, SplashBroKyron, the SNK capitalized. My Instagram is SplashBro_Kyron. My Tumblr and DeviantArt are Kyron Chase. My YouTube is Kyron Chase with the K and the C capitalized and the space in between. On my YouTube channel, I do videos on wrestling, Sonic the Hedgehog, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and hopefully I will be getting a review of my thoughts about the movie that came out last week. And that's about it. Steve, I'll pass it back on to you.
Yeah, sounds good. I plan to see the movie next week on Tuesday. To be able to see it then, welcome to follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast or personal at Army_strong_06. Check out my other channel, my new channel, Animated Awesomeness, where I will specifically, moving forward, be talking about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and Starburst the Force of Evil, along with other animated shows that the viewers may want to for me to talk about. So everybody, welcome to Venture Heard over there, and subscribe there to Animated Awesomeness and that new channel. But here at Sports Talk Network, continue talking sports. Earlier today, I did do a breaking news video. Like literally, I was in the middle of watching a YouTube video and saw the ticker on the bottom, breaking news on ESPN show during highly questionable one of those shows of Ezekiel Elliott decision, and I just like jumped right out of my seat, created the Google Hangout, and did a breaking news video talking about that and everything going on there with Ezekiel Elliott. So definitely would want to ring the bell here at this channel because you never know when things like that happen, whether it's football or otherwise, that major breaking news that is the sports world. I think everybody that watched live and will be watching otherwise archived. And above all else, as always, take care.
Peace out.